Hi, my name is Jason Watson of the Watson CPA Group. Today we're going to discuss the benefits of an S-Corp election. There is one huge one and a couple other tiny ones. Some people think that an S-Corp gives you all this extra stuff that is unavailable to you without an S-Corp election, and it's simply not true. In an S-Corp, you can have a 401k. In an LLC without an S-Corp election, you can have a 401k. Company car on each side, home office on each side. It doesn't matter, S-Corp or not. You can still enjoy a lot of those typical business benefits. Where an S-Corp has a huge advantage, though, is the reduction of the self-employment tax. And that's probably one of the biggest things that we want to focus on here. If you're just an LLC, garden variety LLC without the S-Corp election, you make $100,000, let's say, after expenses, all that income is going to be subjected to self-employment tax. That's Social Security and Medicare tax. And then, of course, all that income is also going to be subjected to income tax. And there's no way to avoid income tax except for make less or spend more. So your tax rate between these two could easily be 40%. That's high. That's egregious. However, if we take this LLC and we tell the IRS, hey, we're going to have this tax as an S corporation, that changes the color of the money. That changes how you're paid from your LLC. So let's say that your salary is $40,000. You've determined that's a reasonable compensation for you as a shareholder. We would pay you as a W-2 $40,000. All that income is going to be subjected to Social Security and to Medicare, just like it would be if you worked somewhere else. And then, of course, all that income is going to be subjected to income tax, unavoidable. However, the balance, the $60,000, as you take as a distribution, will only be subjected to income tax. This $60,000 is not subjected to self-employment tax, not subjected to Social Security and to Medicare tax. This is the savings. This is where the savings happens in the S-Corp election. So what does all this mean when we do this? This is about, in this example, about an $8,000 to $9,000 overall tax savings. That's the big benefit of an S-Corp election. The other tiny ones, as I mentioned earlier, are S-Corps enjoy a 0.4% audit rate, where LLCs maybe could be 2 or 3 or 4%, so your audit rate risk is a lot lower. And then also you might have some benefits with protection, asset protection, things like that. That's more lawyer type stuff. But the big advantage, again, is the reduction of the self-employment tax. That's what we're trying to accomplish here, and that's what an S-Corp does. Again, my name is Jason Watson. If you want to discuss this more, get a hold of us. You can go on our website. You can go ahead and look at our book online. You can also purchase a copy of it. You can look at our knowledge articles that we have on our website. Give us a call, send us an email, connect with us, and we'll certainly help you out.